Things were so much different then. Um, Charles Schultz Airport, which is Sonoma County Airport now, was a United States Army Air Force base. And the 7th Cavalry was stationed outside of Sebastopol on the Bodega Highway. Reenito was a busy resort with big bands. Gurnwood Park was the biggest resort in town. And on weekends, we were full of soldiers and sailors all through the war. And Saturday nights, traffic would stop at Corbell Winery coming into town. I mean, it was booming during the war, so there were a lot of people then. Then we hit a quiet time after that and progressed more into, I guess, a family-oriented town than it was resort town.
Like I tell everybody, this was all prunes where you see grapes now. And I tell everybody from the time we were kids, we crawled on our hands and knees picking prunes halfway to Hillsburg.
And you picked in a bucket.
Picking
And
a
then you
bucket.
went over and you poured it into a regular wooden box. And you had chalk and you marked your name on it. So at the end of the day, you'd be paid on how many boxes of prunes you picked.
5 cents a box.
Something like that. And school was always delayed at least 2 or 3 weeks before the normal starting date, depending on when the harvest was over with.
That
Then
depends upon the weather.
Then after that, you had the grapes.
Yeah, I used to go to school here in Guerneville, and after I got out of school, I'd come home and go down to a field below Bucks and untie my horse that had been tied there all day and go riding until it was 6 o'clock, and I had to be home to set the table. So 5:45 I had to be home because we ate at 6, and it was on the dot. My mother would always have the meal on the table by 6, and I had a very quiet life. Other than that, it was me and my horse.
We didn't really realize we didn't have anything because we were born and raised in a thing. As I said earlier, we ate what came off the mountain or what came out of the river. You didn't go to a store and buy a steak. You bought some staples, flour, sugar, stuff like that. But it was a way of life. And you, like what you said.
Didn't know any different.
No, I mean, as kids, we were happy. We had clothes, we had food. It changed after World War II.
Well, a good example of how different it was, our mother and our aunt were born on Sweetwater Springs Road. They went to Mount Jackson School, which is on Sweetwater Springs Road. They actually, and this is honest to God truth, you hear stories about this, but they walked 5 miles downhill and 5 miles uphill every day to go to school. And their teacher was Annie Brown, who lived off at the end of Laughlin Road on the property where we live now. And when the weather was bad, she'd take them home, keep them overnight.
People forget, when I was born, there was a railroad running down where River Road is. It went right through the middle of Guerneville on up all the way to Cazadero. It's hard to people imagine today, even myself. I was pretty young when they pulled the tracks up.
Bob, that was in 1937, and I was the youngest person on the ride, and I was held by
Yeah.
Ningadati,
Yeah,
supervisor, the last train out of town.
That's quite a popular picture here in town.
I've
Dean
got
Gadati holding Jackie on the last train.
I have pictures from every last stop from Cazadero.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, it was quite a time. It was a treat to see that train go by.
yeah,
It wasn't that many years ago, one right down the middle of the street of Sebastopol.
right.
Yeah. I was working in various places. Like Richard and I both worked going through high school, either at a grocery store or worked in a meat market, in a gas station, delivering ice cream, whatever you could do, after school, weekends. And along come Korean War, and then I went my teenage years.
Well, I'll tell you what Guerneville was like when I graduated from junior college, 1954. I went to work for a Standard Oil distributor, delivering gas to all the logging shows where the Union 76 station is now. A gentleman by the name of Mario Gonfiati owned it. It was a big open field, and it was full of his logging trucks. And you'd see logging trucks parked in town, eating lunch. The logging industry was huge then.
Hello, my name is Aline Prieto.
My name is Shane White.
Hello, my name is Richard Khan.
My name is Jonathan Wheeler.
My name is Bonnie Vasquez.
My name is Robbie Long.